Hi everyone, I'm Nancy and I'm here for Amazing Pottery's second week of pottery painting. And here you have the project for today. It's a fish plate and we're going to be able to paint it and embellish it and make scales out of your very own fingerprints. Or if you don't really feel the fingerprints, you could try a Q-tip. I'm going to get my friend Pupcasso and we're going to get started. Hey Pupcasso!
Hi.
Pupcasso, what are you wearing?
You said we were going fishing. I have my scuba gear on. Ha! Rough.
Okay, everyone. So now you should have all your materials in front of you. We have our plain fish plate ready to go. We're going to be using the pale blue paint to paint the entire fish. So you'll see this one has the scales, but we're going to paint the whole body of it with the pale blue first. And if you remember from last week, we're doing that 3 times. Right, Pupcasso?
Right.
Pupcasso is going to help me. You can either use a regular brush or Pupcasso's using a sponge tip brush, whichever one you'd prefer. Pupcasso is going to help me do the first coat and we'll be right back. So now everyone, you'll see that you've done your first coat and it may be kind of thin, a little bit transparent, and you may see some of the pottery underneath the first coat. That's okay because you're going to do 2 more coats. Right, Pupcasso?
Right. You think I did it too thin?
No, I think it looks good. We just need to do 2 more coats and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So you can see after 3 coats, although it's going to look pale, you're going to see that your fish plate is now a uniform color of light blue all the way across. If you see a lot of the white plate showing through, you want to do maybe 1 more coat. Better to have a 4th coat and have it be fully covered than have it be streaky later. Right, Pupcasso?
Right.
Okay, so you've finished that. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to take a pencil. Pupcasso's going to help me with that. And we are going to draw, here we go, Pupcasso. We're going to draw the little front of the face of your fish. You're coming down about 2 inches in a little semicircle, just like that, to mark off the face of your fish. So we've come right down here because now we're going to start doing the scales.
Really good time making the scales.
So now we're ready. We're going to make fingerprint scales. Or if you don't like sticking your finger into the paint, you can use a Q-tip like Pupcasso's about to do. We're going to do little rows going down to make scales, just like you see in our sample. So we're going to put a dot of different colors, alternating colors. That's where you can get creative. You can do whatever pattern you like. You can go 1, 2, 3, or you can do every other, or you can put them the same color next to each other, whatever you like. But to get the little scales, it's helpful to alternate colors. Okay, Pupcasso, he's going to use a Q-tip.
Right.
And I'm going to use my finger. And we're going to do our first row, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to start doing our fingerprints. There's our first one. Then we're going to dip into the next color and come right next to it to do the next one. Lucky I've got another finger, because here we go doing the next color. Then I'm back to the first color. Right, Pupcasso?
Right. I really like all the scales. They look awesome.
Here comes the next color. And I'm just going back and forth with the colors. I'm doing pink, then I'm doing green, then I'm doing purple. And I'm starting again with the pink, the green, and the purple. Okay, Pupcasso, do you want to show everybody? So that is your very first line of scales. You're going to let that dry before you start the next line. This is going to take a few minutes to do. You may find that it takes anywhere between 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Or it could even take you 20 if you're really taking your time. Don't worry about it. It's whatever pace you want to go, because ultimately you want to have this amazing scale-colored fish. We'll be right back. All right, so you can see that we've done 4 rows now of our scales. I'm choosing to alternate 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But again, you can be doing whatever pattern you like. I'd love to see what you've all done. We've done 4 rows and now we're going to continue. We're going to do probably about 5 more rows and we'll be back to show you the finished product. Remember, take your time. Don't worry, you don't have to go over it 3 times with your finger. If you want to go over one that looks very light a second time, you can. Otherwise, you can just do it once. We'll be right back with the finished looking scales. Okay, so we've finished all of our scales. If you take a closer look here, you'll see that I started to alternate and reverse some of the colors. I didn't keep going pink, green, purple, because it didn't line up all the way. So I started just randomly putting it in different colors so that it would match enough but not have the same color next to another dot. I wanted to try to alternate the colors so you didn't have too many of the same color next to each other. Up to you how you want to do that. If you look, you'll see that we've done all of the rows right up to the edge of the tail. We want to stop there because we're going to get a brush and we're going to do the fins on the top and on the tail a little differently. Right, Picasso?
Under the sea, roof. Darling, it's better doing a tail under the sea.
Picasso, we're not singing, we're painting. Okay, everybody, now we're going to make our little lines in our fins. So we're starting at our tail fins. We're making a couple little dots as our starting off points. And then you can either draw a little line out or you could dot a little line out because that's going to help you with your brush when you start to paint it. So we've got those 3 lines and then maybe we'll divide it again and do another smaller line that curves a little bit out that way, and another line in the middle that curves a little bit out that way. Up top, you already have little lines that are engraved in your fish fin, so you'll be able to follow those. Picasso's going to grab a small brush, and he's going to help me, and we'll be right back to show you how that looks. Okay. Picasso's got a thin, fine brush, and we're going to follow those lines now using our pink paint. We're leaving 2 of the lines to do in green, just to give it a slightly more interesting look, to not have all of our little fin lines done in the same color. You can decide what color you like the best of your 3 and use any of those colors to do your fish lines. Picasso's going to clean his brush and we'll be right back. Okay, Picasso's changed colors. He's now going to use the green to do a couple more of the fin lines. And he's dipping in the green again. I'm going to help him a little bit there. And you can see that we've got 2 different colors. And for our last fin line, we think we're going to use the purple, right, Picasso?
Right.
Welcome back, everybody. Picasso has finished the tail fin lines, and I think they look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we're going to work on the top of his fin, and we're going to alternate that. We're going to choose the pink and the purple, but if you prefer to use the green, you can. You're going to look at each one of the little lines and you'll paint them a different color. So we're doing pink for the first line. Picasso's going to rinse his brush and dry it on a little piece of paper towel and go into the second color to do the next line. We're going to alternate all of them and we'll be right back to show you the finished product. And we're back. You can see we've finished the top fin. We alternated the pink and the purple. You could choose to use the green instead or use all 3, whichever you enjoy and what you want your fish to look like. That's what we want you to do. Next, we're going to do the lips. And Picasso is going to use a Q-tip to make our pink lips right here. So we are going to just use the Q-tip dipped in And can you guess how many times we're doing this? We are doing this 3 times. So we'll do it once for you and let it dry, and we'll be back. Okay, everyone, we've finished our fins. You can see that we've done our top fin and our tail fin, and now the only thing left, we finished our lips. The only thing left to do is give our fish a little eyeball, just like Picasso. So we're going to use some white, and we're going to dip in with a Q-tip, and we're going to pop an eyeball right there on our fish. And like we always do, we're going to do it multiple times so it shows up nicely for us. So that's 1 coat, and we'll do 2 more coats. We're going to let it dry for a second, and then we'll show you the 3rd coat. Okay, so our final step is we're going to put a little pupil in the middle of our fish's eyeball. So we're dipping our Q-tip into some black, and we're going right in the center of our eye with the black. We're going to try to do that at least 2 times. I'm going for 3 times with that. And you can see, right, Picasso? You can see our fish can see you.
Under the sea, yeah.
Okay, Picasso, look at that. We've got our finished fish plate. Well, here it is, everyone, our finished fish plate. We hope you've had a wonderful time today, right, Picasso?
Right. Really good time going snorkeling today. Ha! See you next week. Ruff. Ha!
Thanks so much for joining us. We hope that you really enjoyed making this fish plate, and we can't wait to have another adventure with you next week.